Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. Um, I've been sorry, I'm just fixing my hair. I'm just waiting right here, and like I've mentioned, I'm going through a lot with trying to find a place, and I'll get to later in the near future. I'll talk about like certain things, just random things. It might help some people, even on my local. I had my hair up so it looks like bent right here, anyways, because I did my hair yesterday. Sorry. But yeah, I'm dealing with so much. My son's gonna get surgery due to his condition. um and unfortunately, like, where I'm at right now, I can't even like speak about anything because, yeah. Um, right now, I'm just gonna go run errands and just vlog a little random talk. Like I said, unfortunately, I can't talk much about a lot of what I'm going through. And believe me, right now, everywhere I go, there's cars passing by, so it's hard. I might go to sit by some benches, and even there, like that little plaza, you just like, I'm gonna buy a Starbucks and get my receipt, like ask for my receipt from Starbucks, just because I don't want security to be like, you get me. Unfortunately, we still live in this world where if you are from a certain ethnicity, they don't care to budge unless you look homeless. Right now in my area, because this is a more of a, white area, there's white homeless people, and they do kick them out. And if you're a different ethnicity, like Latino, and you're just hanging out, they'll like question you. And I'm just like, I have my receipt just in case. But yeah. Okay, so I have a lot going on right now. I'm taking care of my immigration paperwork, and I'm like at the last step. I'm at the last process, and yeah. When right now where I'm at, like, you gotta look shitty. Like, you think I could just get ready and like go outside? No, I put my hoodie on, I put my mask on. So that's one of the things. The only thing that has helped with the mask is from people like knowing you or like recognizing you, or like, God forbid, I put makeup on and go outside and they're like, "Ooh, who is she? Oh my gosh, that's the girl that rents a room." And that's how it's been for the most part with my own race, kind. I don't believe in that. I believe we're all human race, but we're still living in this matrix where it's like for example, some apartments I used to live, if I were to go out like that, they would see me, the ladies' husbands, the nosy ladies, the husbands will see me and be like, "Oh, staring," and then they'll be like, "No," they'll take it out on you, the female, not the husband. Like, like me, I'm like, hells no, I wouldn't. Not like, I know, like, you get me, unless the girl is flirting back or anything, or other than that, it's like, it's the guy. But anyways, right now this is a random vlog talk stuff. Right now, like, I feel like even with what I'm trying to get a apartment, my co-signer has to make 2.5 times the rent or 5 times the rent. And right now it's not looking good, honestly. Like, you think this is real stuff, but even when the managers, the people they're gonna, you're good. The management is Latino, they still judge you because they're programmed to be more nice to white people. So it's like I have to take my ex, and he literally don't even gotta do anything. Just stand there, just bring him like a statue, and they'll be like more open to letting me live there. And that's the reality of life right now. But yeah, that's what I'm going through right now. And yeah. Okay, that's weird, but who cares? Anyways, so right now, there's certain reasons why I can't say much because yeah, but hopefully in the near future I will. And it has nothing to really do with my personal life. It has to do where I'm living, and just use examples and how right now we're programmed to judge and live, and yeah, just random stuff. And I know a lot of people can relate if you're like pretty much well off, or not even you, but your parents are well off, you will not understand. You'll be like, what? That's weird. No, that just doesn't happen. But like, you've never really seen people with money. Sorry, it's because some people are just being nosy. Anyways, okay, they left. That was so random. Yeah, if you're well off, you have no clue what really happened, so you just start being like, what? That's weird. I don't know what they're talking about. That's so random. Blah blah. Like, ooh. I just laughed. That's all you could do. But yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm back, and I got a Starbucks. Honestly, I've tried 7 Leaves once, and you know how like you don't want to get the wrong thing, so I just got the house coffee, iced coffee. It was good. And one, like 2 lights away from where I'm at, it's like organic coffee shop. They were very, like, in other words, racist. They would like, like, yeah. But if I were to, because you can't go looking like shit. But if I were to go like this, and but yeah, and like sometimes you gotta go in quietly. When I went with someone, she does know. I feel like this person, just people do know, like when someone's being a little, when the employee's being a little racist, or a little like, oh, what are you doing here, like, and if you mention like, didn't you see how they were like treating us, they'll be like, oh no I didn't, but it's obvious. Okay, so I had to like sit more like on some benches, and so I can vlog better. So yeah, this is just random vlog. I can't really vlog much, talk a lot, and yeah. Okay, this is one thing I noticed, random talk, but okay, you know how a lot of spiritual people, coaches, are coming out, and or some have been for a while, but what I've noticed, even one that's really famous, although they want to say, oh, I wasn't that wealthy, like, yeah, now you're probably even 1 million. You're a millionaire. You have even 1 million. It is, some think that's a difference. Oh, anyways, you can see my eyelash glue and I messed it up. Anyways, I don't care. So what I notice, they make comments that are a little like douchey, like, oh, I did not know that was pricey. Like, okay, whatever's, like, you're not, because you look at yourself in your situation, what's not pricey for me. And this person, it's like this spiritual person, coach, spiritual teacher, like, you can tell he can put himself in your shoes, but the ego comes out, like. And then it's funny when some people, they don't know what real poor is, because they're like, oh, well, when I used to live with my mom, it was poor. Sweetie, no, it wasn't. You still well off. But they compare it to their dad, and then they compare it to themselves now, even if it's when they're millionaires now, even if it's 1 million. I know I'm kind of like talking too fast and stuff. So they made a comment about, I think, a restaurant they were at, and they're like, oh, I understand some people can't afford it. It's like, okay. But what I'm trying to say is that be careful. And I know some people are barely waking up to this whole, like, life, and then they want answers. But yeah, this is just random talk. So what I was trying to say is that use your discernment really well, because a lot of people are trying to be like life coach. I'm not saying they're not, but you get me. They're trying to, they're starting to, whatever. But what I've noticed is that unless they did not come from a really, really poor place, don't buy their subscriptions, don't hire them, just watch their free YouTube channels. And once you stop relating to them, you have to find another one. One of the best ones I've heard is Feel Good. Yeah, every now and then he does videos for people who are fully asleep, but for the most part he does advanced, he gives you advanced knowledge for people who have been awake for what's going on in the world right now at this moment, and not like politics wise. Sometimes yes, but these people like read energy, like the energy. I know some people might not get it, but if you do, you do. Like, if you know, you know. But yeah, like Feel Good is one of the rare people who reads energy of what's going on in the world at this moment. And other coach, like, or teachers, whatever you want to call it, they only help the people who are barely waking up, and sometimes they only have knowledge from their rich life. Like, even as kids, they were still rich, you get me? Like, they don't know what living in a small room where the renters are bullying you, or people are harassing you, like the neighbors. They have no knowledge of that, so they're like, what? You're probably overthinking, and you're weird, or that's not true, or okay, like, because they only have knowledge of their privileged life. And they could be like poor. What I'm trying to say poor is like, they might not have money, but their parents do. So like right now, I live in a city where it is well off, and in the hills, it used to be one city, even up in the hills, where there's mansions, $1 million houses, really nice. Um, and what they did is, there was an article. I'll try to find it and link it. It was years ago when I read it, and what I'm assuming, I think they hired lawyers, like, let's say 5, 6, 10 people, wealthy millionaires, hired one lawyer, a few lawyers, and then they sued the city, or even requested, I don't know if it's sued, whatever, or filed court documents to where they split up the city. The Hills is a different city now, and where the city I live in is another city, and unfortunately, they will never understand that not all of us are like that, regardless of ethnicity. But if you want to put that ethnicity, Latinos, they judge us because there's Latinos right here, and the next city is pure Latinos. So some are coming into the city and they think we're all like that, and we're not. Just to let you guys know, we are not all like that. Do I understand? 1,000,000,000%. Because the people that they think are ghetto, they harass us who are not like them. But we are in that category with them because they judge us by that person's Latina, and that's it. You're one of them. I'm like, no, believe me. That's why they harass me, because I don't carry myself like them. Nor do I carry myself whitewashed. Let me get that clear, out of the way. Or think I'm better than them or anything. But I do believe that I don't carry myself that I have to be ghetto, that I have to be not educated because I don't have a degree. And that's the stereotype of life right now, like, you get me? And that's one of the things they see me out as. They could see my sister or anybody like that too, but they see her with a car. They see her that she rarely walks the street. She rarely even would walk. It's so messed up. From me walking outside my door to the main gates of the apartments, I'm poor. For example, my sister or anybody like my sister, like at her age, my age, that has a car, they just walk outside their door to their car. That's it. And that's a huge difference in not educated people, in other words, for a lack of a better words, I guess. I don't know, it's just dumb. It's just, you know. And that's how it is right now, and what I've been going through. And for the most part, sorry, not a lot of people get it. If you do get it, repost this video. I'm just kidding, but yeah, I guess you can relate to me, and that's cool. But yeah. Okay, so I just had to go to the restroom here. Okay, so everything I've been saying, talking, it might make sense to some of you guys, but I will link my favorite YouTube channel so far. And YouTube Zen God, just how you hear it, with the Z, Zen God. I will link it down. So far, it's my favorite channel. And yeah. I don't want to be like weird, cliche, different, whatever, but if you're awake, you'll know what I'm talking about. And oh my god, random, I just thought of this. Okay, I know you guys are gonna be like, no, but whatever. I'm gonna link her YouTube channel, WOWVAL, Valerie, her name, but she did a whole video, and I will link the video and her channel about, like, you could still be a bad bee and still be nice, pretty much, to make it more simple. And she used to be in music videos and all that, but like, dude, like, honestly, like, this is what I've been trying to say. Stop putting yourself in a box, even myself. Stop putting yourself in this box where you can't do your makeup and be pretty, and I'm not talking physical pretty, just like pretty and like your soul, or just do your makeup all nice and like, anyways, you can still do that and still be nice, still know about spirituality. And no, I'm not talking about these people who are barely want to be spiritual, like, oh, I bought crystals. And yeah, no, not that. I'm talking about like some of us who have been like awake, in other words, and really know our stuff. But yeah, to put it in perspective, Zen God videos, YouTube videos, but specifically the round table, like if you know pretty much 90%, 99% what they're talking about, 100%, then you know what I'm talking about. Not these like, oh, I just bought crystals, oh, I'm reading these spiritual books. Anybody can do that, but you gotta know your stuff.